Hello, my name is Rachel, and I'm a current volunteer leader. In my first year of volunteering, I remember my teacher sitting me and my fellow volunteers down, telling us that it's our responsibility as volunteers to leave one lasting mark on our buddies. That became my goal at AMASE for the past 4 years. As I spent hours, weeks, then years alongside my buddy, I found pride in being able to watch my buddy's initial hesitations turn into confident strides. Being able to witness my buddy's growth and the tangible impact of my efforts is something that I'll take away with me far beyond AMASE. I'm truly grateful for my time at AMASE, and I hope that it becomes equally as meaningful for you.
Volunteering at AMASE has been one of the most enjoyable experiences in my life. A meaningful lesson I learned from volunteering was that progress doesn't always happen so quickly. I've learned to both be patient and creative, whether it's using color-coded stickers or different rhythm games to help my buddies learn the music. The best moments were when a student who had struggled with the music before was able to play their piece with confidence. AMASE taught me that success isn't about perfection, but more about persistence and celebrating the small victories in the learning process.
Hi, my name is Steven, and I'm a volunteer leader in the Cello Ensemble 2 class. I'd say that my most meaningful experience has been bonding with one of my previous buddies, since we both have an interest in cars. And I feel like this common interest allowed our conversation to be more casual and friendly. And overall, I feel like bonding with all of my buddies at AMASE has made my AMASE experience more enjoyable beyond teaching music to my students.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire Jung. I'm currently a volunteer leader for Cafe Class 1. I've been a volunteer leader for around 1 year so far, and it's been such a blessing experience. Even though I meet my buddies through Zoom and not in person, it's still so nice and to meet with them each week and see their smiling faces as they join into our class. Through AMASE, I've been able to form new relationships with them, with not only my buddies, but also my volunteers. I'm so grateful to AMASE for providing me the opportunity to step out of my comfort zone. Thank you.
There were many days where it felt hard to keep doing AMASE because it was stressful for school. There were many tests, or I was just tired, or I was just worried. But all of my fears, stresses, and weariness was washed away each time I met my buddy. They had such an innocent energy that raised up my depleted levels. They had such a bright personality that I could converse with, and they really pushed me to use my newfound energy for creative and productive purposes by helping my buddy finish their art project. It's such a simple concept, but it's really effective and healing. I'm really thankful that AMASE could teach me this peace and love throughout all of these years.
Hi, my name is Kayla Lee, and I've been a volunteer here at AMASE for the past 3 years now. These past 3 years with AMASE have been incredibly rewarding, and I've found that I've learned so much about being able to communicate effectively with our community here. So that's with my fellow volunteers, volunteer leaders, coordinators, and of course our amazing buddies. And I've learned so much about myself and also about how to communicate effectively with others as well. And yeah, I'd really like to thank AMASE for these amazing years and everything that it's been able to teach me. Thank you so much.
At AMASE, I really enjoyed working with students on art projects and meeting other volunteers from my community. Over my 4 years at AMASE, the most meaningful lesson I learned was the importance of empathy and patience when working with others, and also how learning can happen both ways. Your buddy can learn something new, and you can learn something from them too.
I personally enjoy getting to know my buddies and other volunteers through our weekly conversations in between the fun activities that we get to do together. AMASE has helped me grow my compassion, connections, and passions for serving my extended community. And during my time at AMASE, I learned how volunteering has the power to build unforgettable connections and relationships as we grow together as a community.
Hi, I'm Ria. I've been a volunteer at AMASE for 4 years. My first 2 years was just as an art volunteer, and then my next 2 years I became an art volunteer leader. I think my favorite part about volunteering at AMASE has been getting to meet new people. So whether it's been the volunteers, the volunteer leaders from other classes, or like my buddies, it's just been really nice to get to know people better and just like form nice friendly relationships with them. And I guess I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to become a leader here at AMASE and just refine my leadership skills along with my art skills. So yeah, thank you so much.
AMASE to me is a place where I learned what it really meant to embrace differences, because volunteers differed from one another. Each one of my buddies differed from one another, and in AMASE, I saw that those differences made each one of my connections with others so special in their own ways. So involving myself in AMASE for so long has helped me to appreciate the friendships and the relationships I have with so many others, because the connections I have with them are all so unique in their own ways.
Hello, my name is Brandon, and what I enjoyed most about AMASE was getting to meet new volunteers, students, and teachers, and just really getting to see my work manifest in like the concerts and events that we held. And I think that the biggest lesson that I took away from volunteering here was to not work where one wants to work, but to work where one is needed. Because I wanted to do a lot of like certain things, but during my time here, I realized that by volunteering myself to do the more like urgent and important things, I really grew a lot from those experiences.
Hi, my name is Ingyang, and I'm a current volunteer leader for the Singing in Motion class here at AMASE. And personally, as a person who played flute for who knows how long, I've never really had the opportunity to sing with a lot of people, and I love to do that. So AMASE has given me a perfect opportunity to sing with the people I know and care about, while also feeling like I'm helping someone while I'm doing it. Also, AMASE is such a cool, tight-knit, and accepting community. Like, we're just a bunch of people, students and adults alike, who really love making music, who love making art, while also having fun while doing it. So I feel like AMASE is such a great opportunity, whether if you like making music or art, or just working with people in general. So, thank you.
What I enjoyed most about AMASE is the tight-knit community that it fosters and the growth that I've underwent through meeting so many different people. Participating in classes and events, I've met a lot of students, parents, mentors, and volunteers that have all given me a different perspective on life. I will carry this different perspective with me throughout probably the rest of the life, and I know being at AMASE for the past 4 years has made me a lot more of a leader and an empathetic person.
I enjoyed AMASE because it gave me an opportunity to give back to a community that I always felt was kind of misunderstood. And it was really nice to see like students improve over like months and years, and you can see that they really benefit from the program and learning from the classes.
At AMASE, I enjoyed getting to know the buddies, even the ones that weren't in my class, and being able to share the same joy and laughter with other buddies and volunteers made coming to AMASE every week really enjoyable. And also seeing the buddies improve their skills and enjoy the classes always made me feel really proud of them. And with this in mind, I learned that at AMASE, just coming to class every week and getting to bond with the buddies is what the buddies truly enjoy and want. And honestly, not everything revolves around learning new music or art skills.
I feel that my involvement in AMASE has helped my student improve massively. As a cello class volunteer leader, I am proud of my buddy's effort and dedication to learning and practicing every class. And I believe that my advice has helped him feel more confident in his skills even as his repertoire difficulty increases. I feel that the best part of volunteering at AMASE, for me, is when my student finally overcomes a challenge they have had for a while, such as lack of focus or a cello technique problem. With the constant support all volunteers and adult teachers give, I believe that it fosters personal growth for all at AMASE.
So what I find enjoyable in AMASE is overall like the connections that you make. I think in AMASE you make a lot of meaningful connections, whether it's through volunteers, your friends or volunteer coordinators or other advisors and teachers, I feel like you get a real sense of community and like a real sense of belonging when you're at AMASE because you're always interacting with so many different people. And my favorite part about AMASE is seeing the progress that your buddy makes. I think it's super rewarding that you get to experience that and see the improvements that your buddy's making, whether that's through music or art. And I think it's super satisfying to know that a part of that progress is coming from you because you're the one teaching them.
I really enjoyed volunteering with the opportunity to be able to connect with the buddies and help small moments in learning feel fun and accessible. I think the best part of volunteering was seeing how such small moments, like if you helped your buddy get through a difficult technique or encouraged them in something they felt unsure in, made such a large impact in their confidence and their skills. I think the most meaningful lesson I've learned through AMASE is the ability to adapt and be patient. While it's true that you'll be sticking to one buddy most of the time, you'll come to learn that the community here is so diverse, and each buddy, staff, or student will have their own unique experience that is essential to understand how to be flexible and adapt.
Hi, I'm Soan, and I've been volunteering since 9th grade at AMASE. Being part of AMASE, I enjoyed getting to know others around me and spending time with them, whether through teaching piano or organizing future plans. Especially with my buddy, we were able to grow together by working on class activities and personal music. I personally liked our open class we did in my class with parents, where we were able to perform what we worked on for the past semester and also bond with parents and buddies. Through AMASE, I was able to step out of my identity as an introvert, learning from other teachers and volunteers, and trying my best to be inclusive. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Peter, and the thing I enjoyed the most about AMASE was seeing my buddies' enthusiasm and excitement to learn every week. I'd say the best part about volunteering at AMASE is building this warm and close community with all the volunteers and students in your class, and having this community makes AMASE so much more memorable and enjoyable for everyone. I truly think that AMASE gives all of its volunteers and students a wonderful experience that they'll never forget, including me.
The thing I enjoyed most about AMASE were the conversations I got to have with my buddy. I was in cafe class where we facilitated a lot of conversations. So just talking to my buddy about things that were interesting to both of us and learning about each other was quite fun. And I feel like these conversations also led to improving my general social skills in my life outside of AMASE, which was something that helped a lot.
I enjoyed AMASE so much because every week we got new and creative art projects. I love seeing how creative and imaginative everyone's ideas were. Most importantly, I love seeing my buddy every week. Having meaningful conversations with him every week made me look forward to them.